Welcome to tonight's market review session with us at EasyFX Academy. Let's just really look at what we have, or what we expect, for some of the currency indices first, and then we can look at what we expect for some pairs together. All right, so first off, for DXY, I think DXY has been fairly bearish for quite some time now. I think it's still safe to say we should be expecting or watching out for that to continue. All right, but preferably for me, I still want to see DXY push up a little. All right. I'm watching out for this previous support, all right, that was broken, all right, and now should become resistance, all right, this is around 102.160. Again, these values may vary depending on, whatever broker that you're using, but basically I'm expecting that sell to continue from there at the very least, all right. You've seen that currently we've broken this minor high, all right, this minor high around here. All right, so I just want to see the reaction that we get from this previous support that I mentioned earlier, and then we will know if there's a possibility for us to see price turn bullish, or price is actually just trying to play a quick move and then continue bearish. But I think overall I'm still quite bearish on DXY, on the US dollar, so I think this is quite safe for me to watch out for on DXY during the course of the coming week. So I'm expecting a buy to sell sort of movement on DXY. Without wasting too much of our time, we can look at BXY, also the Great British Pound Currency Index, and I think let me just go up to the daily time frame quickly. We've seen that BXY has been bullish for quite some time now. Fortunately, we're going to see BXY break above our previous supply zone around 130.30 and 129.70. And I think right now we can still be watching out for price to just come back to that zone. All right, just a normal retracement, and then we get to see our buy movement continue. All right, so you know that already when price moves, the way price moves in the market is that you have impulse and then you have a retracement. So we've seen different impulses, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse, right? So whatever move I'm watching out for right now is just a simple retracement into the zone, and then we get to continue our major buy move on BXY. All right, so again, the zone is between 130.30 and 129.70. All right, so I'm expecting some level of weakness. That's just the mean. So level of weakness and strength on BXY. All right, then AXY, I'm expecting the same thing. All right, I'm expecting AXY to just continue bearish. We've seen price actually reacts quite well from a previous order block. All right, and I'm watching out for that to continue. All right, so for price to still drop. One thing I do try to be careful about, especially when it comes to indexes, and especially for EXI, as you notice, there are a lot of weird looking candles that have long weeks. All right, so preferably for me, I might just want to pick up on the Fibonacci tool. All right, to have a fairly safe range. All right, so we might just be watching out for this region, the 61.8 region, or maybe then the 76.4. All right, so maybe up to here. All right, so I can now remove this too, and then I'm watching out for either this, all right, or we get to see price drop further down. But I think this initial one is a fairly safe, arrangement, so to speak. So I'm watching AXY to be bearish, and then possibly we might get to see, price become bullish as the week goes on, maybe towards the end of the week, maybe Thursday and Friday rather. All right, so next up, CXY, basically the same thing also. I'm expecting CXY to be bearish. Currently, we've seen price actually give us a sort of break from this previous high here. All right, and then we're seeing that price currently is not giving us that clear move towards the upside. Again, this is an index anyway. All right, so I want to see the possibility of price actually continuing bearish. All right, reason being that I still see that there are enough candles for price to gather liquidity from. All right, so fair value gaps, whatever you want to call it, for price to actually come back to fill before still moving towards the upside. All right, we've seen that price broke above this previous high here. In fact, it has broken a lot of highs. All right, you can see if I mark them out, it has broken some about 2 or 3 previous highs. All right, though they are minor structures, but still it has broken them. All right, so we're just watching out for price to possibly move bearish. All right, at least maybe towards this end, for maybe a short retracement. All right, so something like this. Something like this, yeah, and then we get to see price continue continue bullish. But I think for the majority of this week, I'll just watching out for CXY to be bearish, and as you can see, this is also a pivot region around here. All right, maybe this all, can just mark this whole area out. This is also a very strong pivot region around there. So yeah, and that's just showing this door you can see on the normal candlestick chart. So we're expecting CXY to be bearish. And then finally for the currency indices, we're looking at GPY basket. And again, as you, if you have been watching our market review sessions, you know that I am always going to be bearish at GPY basket. All right. So, yeah, I'm still expecting GPY basket to be bearish. Right now I'm watching out for price to just break this previous low that was made here. These are around like 6492. All right. So then break it, and then possibly we might get to see price still continue further down. But I think safely for me, I just want to see price at least get to this point, because you can see that there was a previous support here that was broken, became resistance in like 4 places. Price broke it again. So I want to see what exactly price will do when we get towards that 6416. That's the current point I'm watching out for on JPY basket. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because by every means, I usually try to say this, that you should be the type of trader that reacts. So look at what the chart is telling you per time, and then interpret what the chart is telling you, and then find out to make money off of that. All right, don't just predict. Don't assume that it is what you expect price to do that price will do. The market is designed to chop your money. All right, so don't fall prey to market trying to chop your money. All right, so let's quickly go on. Let's start with gold. I think that's everybody's favorite. All right, so let's just go on daily time frame now. You realize one thing: with the same price continue bullish for the most part, continue bullish. All right, and I think we might still get to see that happen. During the course of the week. All right, so let's go down. This is on the daily time frame. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame so I can show you what exactly I am expecting. All right, so currently I am saying that, or what you can see right now on the chart should be that price is currently consolidating. Let me go back to the daily time frame so I be able to understand that better. All right, so you can see that the last 3 daily, or let's say the last 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 rather. So the last 5 daily candles that were made, were actually showing you that there wasn't much strength for price to continue pushing upwards. All right, so you can notice that previously we had proper candles, proper bullish candles, proper retracements, all of those stuff. All right, but the last 5 candles on the daily time frame, starting from here, you can see this is a doji, you can see this looks like an hammer, all these candles basically that you can see. All right, are showing you that price is actually consolidating. So there's not much strength currently. It doesn't look like there's more strength for price to still continue towards the upside. All right, so this is what I am currently watching out for to happen on gold. Let me go down to the 1-hour time frame. Yes, so I'll be able to see that a bit better. All right, so this is it. So personally, I'm watching out for this horizon between 2514.56 and 2512.24. All right, that's the supply zone I'm watching out for price to possibly get into, and then we get to see that sell off. All right, but I want to be very, very careful. Like I said, it seems like price is currently consolidating, so I don't want to enter any trades haphazardly. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing is based off of what I am expecting, or what I'm seeing rather on the chart. All right, so for me, I think we can still watch out for gold during once market opens. I think market does not open yet. Once market opens, to just push up into this supply zone, and then I'll watch out for maybe a lower time frame confirmation to enter for the sales on gold. All right, the reason being that, like I said, we've not seen any strong move towards the upside yet to show the old price ready to continue its bullish movement. All right, so if at all I get to see this zone being broken, all right, that's why I said I'm not going to necessarily be entering this immediately. All right, so if I get to that this zone gets broken, all right, then I will now watch out for possible regions for price to get to, for either for me to get in sell, or for me to even watch out for me to even enter for a break and retest sort of trade. All right, so something towards this end. You understand? All right, but I will not be doing that until I've seen that truthfully price has either broken this zone or has been rejected strongly enough from this zone. All right, so that is clear for what I'm watching out for on gold. All right, that being said, if you have any commodities you love for us to check out together, all right, let's just you can just drop it in the chat section and we'll look out for it. Mike, your follower, I'm sure you are very, 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 very much welcome, sir. All right. Miss Mary, I'm sorry, I am just even seeing your message. It's been a while, actually. It's been a very long while. I trust you are doing well. All right, so quickly, let's go on. I'm waiting for your, if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop them. We're waiting for that. All right, but whilst I'm waiting for that, let's look at GBP. Let's look at some of the other majors and see if we can correlate what we have seen, maybe on gold, all right, with some of the other ones. All right, so this was a trade I think that was given on what day was that? Thursday. Was this Thursday? I feel like this was Thursday. I don't know if I gave it on Thursday. This was just something I was looking at personally. I think this was something I was looking at personally. I'm not sure. All right, but whatever the case is, I think this is this GBPUSD. All right, so this is the, and let me delete this so you can see what I'm currently watching out for, or what I saw on GBPUSD. As I said, I think in the last session, there is this pattern being formed. All right, what many people would call a head and shoulder pattern. All right, I'm going to see that price has given us such a move that there's every possibility for us to see price continue bearish. All right. Which also somehow correlates to what we're just saying for gold. However, I want to be very, very watchful for, okay, I think I can delete this now. I want to be very, very watchful for what price currently is doing, or was going to try to do rather. We've seen that price has given us a little bit of a rejection from this previous low here around 1.31095. All right, so I want to watch out for the possibility of us maybe, very, very, that maybe is very, very maybe. All right, so maybe we get to see price move towards this end. All right, so we move just a little bit higher towards this end, and then we might get to see price continue bearish. Again, remember that we've seen that from the higher time frame, we're expecting price to possibly continue bearish. All right, on GBPUSD. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame to see if we can get maybe further inferences. Yes, so let me just quickly mark out some points quickly. All right, so if I get to see that price gives us that proper rejection or that proper reaction, let me mark out this region here. Yeah, so if I get to that price gives us that reaction towards the downside, then I'll be expecting price to at least fall as far down as maybe here, or let me use this these are around 1.30520. I'm watching out for price to fall down as far down as there, or if you're a bit more conservative, around 1.30785. All right, so a buy to sell movement, basically, like I just said on gold, is what I am currently still going to be watching out for on GBPUSD also. Please, let's look at GBP JPY and USD JPY. Definitely. Miss Miriam said we should look at Gbpcad and Gbpcad. Definitely. Listen, that everybody is asking for GBP today. I hope all is well with GBP. All right, so this is what I'm watching out for GBP USD. This is what I'm watching out for on GBP USD. Again, like I usually say, I'm not going to just decide to maybe set up a pending order for this. All right, I want to watch out for the reactions that we get when my price when market opens. All right, so if I get to see a good enough rejection from here, then by all means on the lower time frame, I'll take my entry, set everything up, and I'll be on my way. All right, so my supply zone I'm watching out, let me just give all the coordinates for on GBP USD is between 1.31615 and 1.31463. I'll come again 1.31615 and 1.31463. That's what I'm watching out for, that sell to continue on GBP USD. I trust that is very clear. Quickly, let's look at GBP JPY, GBP JPY, GBP JPY. All right, so I've been fairly bullish on GBP JPY for quite some time now, and I think we might still watching out for GBP JPY to continue bullish. All right, though I'm just on the this is just on a daily time frame, so we'll look at a lower time frame. Give me a minute. I want to confirm something. Just give me a minute, please. All right, so we're still safe. Don't mind me. So, yeah, I'm still watching out for GBPY to continue bullish. All right, I have reason to believe that price will still gravitate towards the upside on a daily time frame. Reason being that we still have a fair bit of fair value gap left behind, or yes, average is left behind for price to still gravitate towards. But again, like we saw on gold, we can see that currently price is not giving us a proper movement. Currently, it looks like price is consolidating, meaning that the strength that price current or the market or this commodity currently previously had rather to move bullish is waning. It is diminishing per time. All right. So what we should be watching out for now should be the possibility of either a rejection or either a reversal rather, or price actually giving us maybe a sort of just touch towards the upside. So maybe something like this. For preferably, this is the move I'm watching out for. Reason being that this is our previous low. All right, and I think we can watch out. Let me just move that up a little bit, be a bit more accurate. Yeah, this is our previous low around, or at least my own previous. Let me not say our. My own previous low around 195.892. All right, so I want to watch out for price to still maybe go or as far up as that. Let me check on the line charts. Sorry. Let's quickly check on the line chart. I'm very sure that we will be able to find, yes. So along that region, there's actually this very, very tiny, let me quickly mark it out. All right, this tiny pivot region there that we might be able to actually work with. All right, so let's see what will happen when price goes into that point. Give me a minute, please. I'm trying to, yes, very good. So this is what I'm just currently saying. So if we get to see price come up there, now this current zone I have marked out. I for security purposes, let me just increase it a little bit. So I think I'll just use this place. So yes, something like this. So this currently around between 197.491 and 195.400. All right, so I want to watch out for prices to move towards the upside and then continue, bearish on or move bearish on GBP price. So buy to sell is what I'm watching out for on GBP. However, I want to be careful because, like I said, I've been very, very, very bullish on GBP overall. Now, not on the 4-hour time frame but the daily time frame. All right, if you look at it from maybe the weekly time frame, you see what I'm talking about when I say I've been quite bullish on GBP. All right, so if we come back down to the 4-hour time frame, I think it's safe for us to say we might still watch out for price to push towards this upside, and then we'll know what exactly price wants to do. All right, and I think for this, if you want to just be a bit more safe, all right, you might get entries. All right, you might just watch out for a break and retest of this place. I love break and retest so much. I love I love it so. So you might just watch out for price. If you get a proper break above this end, gets you price, we test that previous high or this previous high is around this is around like 192.066 or around that region, all right, and then you can just join in for the buy at least up to that previous one that we mentioned earlier, all right, and at least once you can, if you can get that, you can just hold up and watch out for whatever price wants to play out on GBP again. Alternatively, I'm just going to add this before I go to the next commodity. I want to be very, very careful, right? Because usually when you see price ranging like this, it's showing that price probably is doing or is planning or preparing for an AMD sort of pattern to be formed. So you might already be seeing that price is just doing a lot of accumulation. You might get to see price just break out a little bit, wind people, and people think, oh, it's time to buy, and then price will now wind them and do something like this. All right, so this type of thing. So that's why I said, for me, I'll watch out for, okay, and I think maybe just for security purposes, let me put that as a possibility also. All right, yes. So again, I have entry criteria. I have things that I'm watching out for. So if I get to see that price breaks and then we get to see a clean retest from those previous highs around that 19, I think I said it's like 192 or something. Around the one, let's just say around 192.000 on GPG, right? Then I'll be watching out for buys. All right, just a short buy so at least we get to maybe 195.517. If not, and I get to that price just moves up a little bit, and then when it comes down, it doesn't give me that proper retest, then by all means, I'm watching out for price to actually keep selling on GBP. And that will just be a simple AMB sort of pattern. We'll see the accumulation, price will manipulate to wind people that it's time to enter for buys, people enter to chop their stop loss, and their price will continue for the sell. All right, so that's what I'll just be watching out for. So watch out for any of these two scenarios to happen on GPY as time goes on. I hope that is clear. I think who asked that was Mr. Michael Folorenshaw. All right, so I hope that is clear, sir. Let's quickly look at USD because you asked for that also, and then we'll quickly look at Gbpcad and Gbpcad also. All right, so USD GPY, where are you? USD GPY. Don't tell me I missed this. Wonderful. Oh, I didn't even get in on this. Well. All right, so for USD GPY rather, I think currently we're seeing price. I marked this zone out. I think that was last week. All right, this is currently a pivot region or pivot zone. All right, we've seen that price as actual. We actually have a lot of reactions in that region. All right, as you can see on the line chart, you see that we have a lot of reactions in that region. All right, I want to possibly see what price is going to do. Now, left to me, I would say USD GPY could possibly continue bearish. Right, but I want to be very, very careful. There's a possibility for us to actually get to see price sweep these highs. Don't quickly mark all of them out. When you usually see candles that have long wicks like this, you should be very, very careful because all of them can actually then act as inducements, all right, or just reasons for price to or liquidity regions, all right. So reasons for price to just move up a little bit, sweep liquidity from all those highs, and then maybe come up into a more preferred region, a more comfortable region, or a proper region, as the case would be. and then sell off from there. All right, so that being said, I think this is what I'm watching out for on USD JPY right now. This zone will be my preferred supply zone. This is around 148.208 and 147.536. 148.208 and 147.536. All right, so we might actually now get to see price move up towards this end. All right, and then we might get to see a sell. All right, but for me, I think I'm watching out for this. Again, this is a pivot region, and for a pivot region, you can just be watching out for a simple breakout test of that region. You can see that the reactions that we're having currently in that region are showing that price is still sort of struggling. All right, the bullish move is actually still sort of struggling to find its own place, and that was as a result of ending of the week. There's less volume, there's less liquidity in the market, so not many things are necessarily pushing price. All right, so I want to see what happens when we get to see markets open. We get to see those price sweeping this high. This around 146.494. Price sweeping here again 146.910, and then we get to see price come up into this region around here. That's between 148.208 and 147.536, and then we get to see our sell continuation from there. All right, so this is what I'm watching out for USD JPY. I hope this is clear, Mr. Michael. Yeah, I hope this is clear. So for your entry for this, if you are going to be looking for entries for this, like I usually advocate for, you can just wait out for a breakout test. Again, these highs that you've had here, these highs that I have marked out here will actually give you more reason for you to even get a proper breakout test. All right, because price will want to maybe price want to validate those highs, as it were. Price will want to work with those highs, give us a little bit of rejection, and then we get to see price continue towards the upside. Yeah, I think that's what I'm watching out for on USD JPY. So I'm quite bullish on USD JPY. I'm seeing another region around here that I want to mark out, but I want to be very, very careful with this one. Let me move this away. All right. Give me a minute, please. Let me mark that out better. All right. So I'm seeing this other zone here. All right. So if at all that doesn't play out, then this is what I'm watching out for. All the same, I'm just watching out for buys, but I'm watching out for price to possibly still drop into this zone too. Then I mark it out properly, Let me just fill it up here. So this second zone I have marked out here, my second POI is between 145.696 and 145.320. 145.696 and 145.320. That's what I'm watching out for. Or that's my second POI on USD JPY, and I'll just watching out for price to possibly sell into that zone. Then we get to see price move up. Again, we get to see that price has a little bit of a fair value gap, that price might be wanting to come and recover before moving towards the upside. So I think that is also a fair bit of a possibility that we might be expecting in the market during the course of this coming week. So I hope that is clear, Mr. Michael, for USD JPY. Quickly, let's look at Miss Miriam's, the one that Miss Miriam sent, Gbpcad and Gbpcf. All right, let me see Gbpcad. Where are we? Where are you? Gbpcad. All right. Give me a minute. All right, so from what I can see here, it looks like Gbpcad might continue bearish. I need to just quickly check out one or two things on this guy. I'm currently seeing another, yes. Yeah, so. Then I'll work out this one also. Alright, so you might be looking at what I'm doing and like, maybe you're wondering what exactly is this guy? Why is this guy joining line everywhere, doing this, and this? I'm just trying to find out the possible regions where we'll get to see reactions from. Alright, or the higher probability regions for reactions. Alright, so for Gbpcad, I think we might still be watching out for Gbpcad to still move bearish. Alright, but I want to be very careful with this. As usual, I'm a very careful person. Alright, that nobody likes losing money to the market, so I'm very, very careful. Reason being that currently I'm seeing a fair bit of rejection from this current low, from this current support around 1.76885. All right, by rejection I mean those last scams that was formed before the market closed on Friday. You can see that the wick was longer, all right, than the body towards the downside, all right, showing that there was actually something pushing price, something telling price that no, you cannot go below this point, all right. So I want to see what happens when market opens. And if I get to that when market opens, you get to see price break below here, then by all means I might be watching out for that for Gbpcad to still sell a lot more, maybe up to here. All right, so this will be my current demand zone if I'm expecting any buys currently. And this is around 1.76072. And so again, we need to confirm that. Yeah, so 1.76072 and 1.75734. 1.76702. Sorry, 1.76072 and 1.75734. 1.76072, 1.75734. That is my demand zone on Gbpcad. So I want to watch out for price to at least still drop a little bit more, maybe into there, and then we get to see our buy continuation. Yes, on Gbpcad. All right, so I think this is what I have for Gbpcad. This is what I can see currently for Gbpcad. I hope that is clear, Miss Miriam. I think you're the one that asked for that here. So I hope that is clear, Miss Miriam. Quickly, without wasting so much of our time, let's look at Gbpcad also. Gbpcad. I don't think I have it in my normal watch list, so let me quickly bring it up. Yeah. All right. So for Gbpcad, let's see you. I think it has actually been quite some time since I last checked this commodity specifically. Me and the CHF pairs have been fighting for quite some time now, so I abandoned them. Don't worry, sir. For Gbpcad, I think we might still be watching out for all right, apologies for that. So as I was saying earlier, I think for Gbpcad, we might still be also watching. We might also be able to watch out for bearishness also on Gbpcad. What I'm seeing now looks like something that we just saw on USD/GPY. Was it USD/GPY? I think so. All right, so just let me quickly mark out. Yes. Let me move this up to the yeah. So what again do we have? Let me go to the daily time frame. Okay. So let me just quickly explain what I'm currently seeing on daily time frame to us. We've seen that price actually already reacted from this previous low here, right? And that tells me that there's a possibility for price to just want to continue bearish. All right, for price to want to continue bearish, which is I think we're around that same region right now. Yeah, so I think we might be watching out for that. So something towards this end is what I'm watching out for on Gbpcad, for price to just continue bearish on Gbpcad. I don't think I really have any region to give. All right, but definitely during the course of the week, you might be able to get, or during the course of the week, you might be able to get re-entries for this. But I think currently I am watching out for Gbpcad rather to continue bearish. Yes, to continue bearish. I have this point I'm currently watching out for here. This is 1.12895, where I'm watching out for maybe for us to get a sell off from. But I want to be very careful. I doubt if prices are trying to be able to push as far up as that region and then we get to see our sell. But I think for me, preferably, I'm watching out for Gbpcad to just continue bearish when we get to see price or market open rather. So I hope that is clear, Miss Miriam. All right. So again, if you have any other commodities you would love for us to check out, I will just be taking one more. All right, one more request, and then I'll look at one more. The last one, I think we've not looked at EURUSD. All right, so we'll look at EURUSD together now, and then we'll look at GBP/NZD together. And if there are any other requests, we'll look at them, and then we can call it a session. I'm seeing discipline is typing. Hey, AUD card and NZD card. All right, let's just look at those ones. Before we go into any other thing. AUD card, I think. AUD card and NZD card, yes. AUD card and NZD card. Let us see. So I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, that sometimes that actually you get to see some AD charts resembling what gold looks like. There's actually a reason for that. I'll give you the reason now, but I'll not give you the right. So currently what you can see here is, let me just quickly mark this out. Alright, currently what we can see here is a sort of range. You're seeing that price hasn't necessarily giving us a clear move either towards the upside or towards the downside on AD card for quite some time now. What do I mean by that? Immediately we got to this high, alright, so that price came and then it started giving us this sort of range. Alright, so what we should be watching out for should be a break either above or below that range. Alright, and I think for me, let's go back to the daily time frame. Let's see what price is doing on the daily time frame. All right, so price seems to be trying to be bullish on the daily time frame. All right, so I think we might be watching out for price to, excuse me, I think we might be watching out for price to want to move up again during the course of the week. Let me go as low as the 1 hour time frame. I think I can move you a bit towards this end, and then one. We'll go back to the 4 hours, so you can check if we have any regions for us to work out for pivots. Okay, we have one fairly close around here, so I think it's still around that range. Yes, it's still around that range. All right, so currently for AD card, I think either think or think. I don't know anyone that wants to use chat. All right, so I think we can watch out for this on AD card. All right, so maybe I shouldn't even add that second one. Let me just leave it at this first move. All right, so I'm very skeptical about this. The reason being that this current demand zone that we've had, this current demand zone I just marked out is around 0.91243 and 0.91137. 0.91243 and 0.91137. And we've seen that price is actually giving us very, very good reactions, different times, about 3, 4, 5 times from that region, showing us that region actually has some strength. All right, so I'm watching out for that strength to still be seen. Maybe when we get to my market open, at least towards this upside, and then we get to see price push into around 0.91400. All right, which is this previous low here. All right, so that region, and then we get to see maybe a sell off from there. All right, so for me, I might just want to mark out maybe from here to here, which should be the low of the previous candle before this impulsive move here. All right, so something towards this end is what I'm watching out for on AUD card. All right, so again, when I now get to see price get into here, or when I get to see price move into the region, then I'm watching out for the possibility of us seeing price move towards the downside again. So maybe for a sell continuation or whatever the case would be. All right, but I think it is very much safe for us to watch out for this to continue on AUD card, for this buy movement on AUD card when we get to market open. Yeah. So overall, let me just say this, overall, I'm actually still bearish. Overall, I'm watching out for, I didn't want to add it previously, but I think I'm a bit more, it's a bit safer now for me to add it. All right, so overall, I'm actually bearish, but I just get to see that push towards the upside first, and then we get to see price continue like that on AUD card. All right, so I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear for AUD card. This is what I'm currently watching out for on AUD card. Let's take NZD card. All right, and then we'll take Eurgbp, and after Eurgbp, I think we can just call it a session for today. All right, so NZD, is it NZD card? Yes, NZD card. All right, so going by correlation, we might get to see the same thing. All right, also I think on NZD card I'm also bearish. Yes, on NZD card I'm definitely also bearish. I'm definitely also bearish on NZD card. I think what made me mark this zone out? Give me a minute, please. I want to confirm. Oh, okay. Okay, we had this I taken, we had this still taken. Oh, wonderful. All right, so there is this. Now this doesn't work every time, but let me just give us the schematics quickly, so you can take this as this one is not. This part is just education. All right, so let me just let me see if I will be able to draw this out. Can I? I think I hope I get the latest. I'm trying to get the schematics. Then we had the high taking, yes. We had the low taking, yeah, very good. All right, so yeah, this is it. So I had to look at it again so that I will not make mistake. All right, so there is this I think this is an ICT schematic that some people do use for entries. All right, basically what it means is that for some moves, you get to see that the high will be taken out. Sorry, let me mark that out a bit better. So in this case, you get to see the high being taken out. So you might get to actually see this in the charts, but before you actually use this, please by all means do your best to backtest it. All right, then you get the low taken out. So when you get to see in a trend or in a move, you get to see that the high was taken out, price broke, give you higher high than the high that was higher than the previous high, and the price broke it again, gave you a low that was lower. Sorry, give you a low that was lower than the previous low. There's a possibility for you to see price come up again and then come into another block, all right, from the left shoulder, all right. So some people call this, the QMR pattern. Some people call it, in fact, some people refer to it as AMD also. Anyone you want to call it, maybe Quasimodo, anyone wants to call it though. And I think that being said, all right, I think I might keep watching out for XZD to be bearish. I might be very, very bearish on this guy currently. I'm looking at it and it's giving me that vibe to be very bearish on it. All right, so I think I'm bearish on XZD. Another thing you can see on the daily time frame is that price actually has given us a strong rejection candle initially from this zone. All right, this last candle here, all right, showing that there's actually a fair bit of a rejection or a reason for price to reject it from that region. So I want to watch out for XZD to continue bearish in that white. All right, so I think I don't really have any zone to give currently on NZD, but preferably maybe when price opens I get to the lower time frames, if you see any entry for sales on NZD, I think it is safe to say that you are safe to take it. So yes, that's currently what I'm just watching out for on NZD. Discipline trader, I am sure and I hope that is clear and that is okay. All right, so last but not the least for tonight, let's quickly look at Eurgbp and then we will call it a session. Eurgbp. All right, so one thing I usually try to tell people that trade or that love trading Eurgbp is that Eurgbp is an index. All right, what that means is that Eurgbp is just a combination of two different charts. All right, because you will not necessarily have Euro against GBP, all right, but you might have maybe like EURUSD and then maybe EURUSD and maybe something else against GBP, and then it's just a mixture. I've already forgotten. It's just an index basically. What that means is just a combination of two different charts, not just a standalone chart on its own. So a lot of times you see that the candles that are being formed might not make sense as compared to other charts. All right, might not make sense, or the type of moves that you see on YouTube might not make sense as compared to other charts. All right, so that one's just a little bit of education that we're giving you for free. You imagine it not pay. I just give you free knowledge just like that. All right, so let's see, can we find regions for us to work with on Eurgbp? I think Eurgbp will still continue bearish. Let me see what's going on in the weekly time frame. Yes, so I think Eurgbp will still continue bearish. All right, so currently I think for me, I want to watch out for price to still push towards the downside and take out this low. This currently that it's at right now, this is around 0.84070. So I want to watch out for price to take out this low and then take out this other low around 0.83829, 0.83829. So once I get to that price has then taken that low, then definitely I'm watching out for price to possibly just give us a retracement, and then we'll get to see, we'll get an entry rather for the sell continuation. So let me show you this quickly. Let me just mark everything out once so you get to interpret it from the chart. I think right now we can delete all these guys. You've seen that different points have been taken out. So yeah, this is what I'm watching out for on Eurgbp. Maybe something like this. All right, so let me go up to the daily time frame because yeah, sure. Sorry. Yeah, so something towards this, and I'm still watching out for price to continue bearish. Like I said earlier, I just want to see price taking out these current lows. All right, then we might also get to see price just come up as far as this previous low here. That we get to see price trying to break below, and then we might get to see a re-entry for a re-entry for the sell on Eurgbp. So I think that's what I'm watching out for during the course of this week on Eurgbp. I'm not necessarily seeing any reason for us to see price want to move towards the upside, but at all, all right, at all. I'll just mark out this region also. Okay, then in that case, right, so what I'm trying to do right now is just give us possibilities based off of what I'm seeing. In that case, if I don't get to see this one being broken, immediately price opens, there's a possibility for us to get to see price to move maybe towards this upside and then get to see the sell. Though, whatever the case is, I'm bearish on Eurgbp. Whatever the case is, I'm bearish on Eurgbp. So possibly we might not get to see price move up into this region. This is a pivot region again. All right, so we might get to see price move up as far up as there, and then we get to see price drop. All right, so this current supply zone I have marked out here just in case you need it is between 0.84718 and 0.84517. All right, so that's what I'm watching out for on Eurgbp. Either we get to see price break below this low, maybe come up to a short retest and then continue for the sell, or we get to see price move up as far back as here into our into this pivot region, and then we get to see that sell happen on Eurgbp. All right, I am very sure that is clear, Miss Miriam. Yes. All right, and I think with these few words of mine, there's not few words in here, but with these few words of mine, I think we've touched a lot and we've touched basically what everybody has asked for. Thank you very, very much for joining us for tonight's market review session. Again, I would advise that you should do your best to do your own analysis before taking any of these trades. Make sure that you have your own entry criteria and your entry confirmations before taking any of these trades. And I am very sure we're going to be having a very profitable week ahead. I think this coming Friday is NFP Friday. All right, so do make sure you are around. We'll be sending the link for the live stream to the group. So do make sure to get ready your funds or us to trade the news together. And they'll say you either go out or you go home. Me, I just want to go out. I don't even want to be going home anymore. I don't want to be going home. It's just money I want like this. All right, so thank you very much for joining us for tonight's market review session at EasyFX Academy. I'm very sure we're going to have a very profitable week. All right, take care of yourselves and have a very wonderful night's rest. Bye, guys.